I live? I'm live on YouTube. It says it's disconnected. Let's see. Hold on. Connected. Are we live? This is my first time really doing this directly from my phone, I guess. Let's see, hold on. Oh, hey, we are live. Okay. Sweet. Sweet. Sorry, I'm gonna be setting things up right now. My bad. This is my first time kind of doing this here. I'm actually kind of excited to start doing these little home series. These series from home. Okay, let's see if that's... to start doing these little home series. Let me prepare some stuff real quick. So now, we have... Okay, let's see if that's... start doing these little home series. Let me prepare some stuff real quick. So now, we have... Okay, let's see if that's... This is exciting, actually. Let's see. What do I need? Maybe some of these later. Some of these. Hold on, I'm just getting ready right now. Maybe I should have done this before, but oh well. Oh well, I guess. Hold on, I'm just getting ready right now. Maybe I should have. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. Okay, this is my first time really trying this. These kind of live streams. Happy Sunday, everybody. On YouTube. Happy Sunday. But we have a lot of. Okay, this is my first time really trying this. These kind of live streams. I don't think the angles are right here. YouTube. Hang on. Would that work right here? I don't know. Would that work? I don't know. Is that better? Is that better? Right here? Hold on. Oh, there's a lot of lemons. I still feel like I'm still kind of out of frame. Hang on. So that means I need to do something like this, probably raise this up like this. And then I feel like probably lift these up. Oh, saved it. Are these in frame? Yes. 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 Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That doesn't seem particularly stable, but whatever. My tripod is way too big, I think. But okay. So check it out. My tripod is way too big. Hold on. So check it out. We have a bunch of lemons that I got from family right here. And these are pretty much picked from their yard. And so what I like to do with these lemons is make lemon zest, actually. And what, with these kind of lemons, what I like to do is zest the peels, make zest and then just dry it. Like air dry or by the sun, just get it dry. And you end up with some powder. Let me see if I have some. And eventually you end up with some powder like this. I don't know if you can, hold on. You can really see it. Oh my God, okay, yeah, that was a fail. Fail. Obviously this one's not gonna really work, but let's see, hold on. You end up with a powder like this. I don't know if you can really see. And this is lemon zest right here, dried lemon zest. And I put a little bit of the silica pack in there and it kind of lasts a while, right? And so if you want to see what this looks like, it looks really dark, but it's kind of golden brown and it's really pretty. And so this, if you kind of use it in if you're making any Italian dish, right? Italian dish, like seafood, you could just sprinkle it on top. It smells really amazing in here. I just spilled a whole lot of my precious lemon zest on the table. So this is what we're gonna end up. From these right here, we're gonna turn it into this. So that's kind of what I wanted to stream today, and eventually make this kind of a video, I guess. Okay, hang on. We'll get started soon. Okay. I'm just trying to get everything ready before we start. Let me see if this is okay. Before we start. Is that fine? I'm not really sure. My tripod that I'm using is a little bit too big, I think. Hang on, let's just do a final check and then we'll get started. Real quick, with this live streaming session, it's kind of on a Sunday. Yeah, looks good. It looks good to go. All right, cool. Da-na-na. Hang on just 1 second. Final check before we do this. I like to kind of get everything ready first before doing this because, you know, while I'm doing this, my hand gets covered in like the oils and stuff, and I don't want to, I really don't want to like end up like touching stuff and getting the lemon oil all over random stuff. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we got a lot of lemons here. We got just too many to count. We just got a lot of lemons from freshly picked from a lemon tree. It's all washed, all dried, and so now we just have to zest it, right? Right here, I'm just kind of using the standard, I think the microplane right here, the blade made in USA right here, and yeah, I think we're here just, we're about to zest all these lemons here. I have about like 2 basketful of lemons. And let's see, I don't really do this that often, but it's just kind of when these lemons come through, that's when I like to just do one big batch at a time. But I do know that there's like a specific, technique. I think people, like this, the way people are used to doing it is like they just kind of put this down and then they just do this. I think that's how it was kind of like the most standard way of doing it. But hang on. Let me just make sure we're okay here. Let me see. So it's like, yeah, it's like this. You know, I'm just kind of monitoring the footage to make sure we're still live and see what kind of delay that we have. Yeah, okay, so yeah, but I think after doing some research, apparently there's like an easier way of zesting, right? Which is instead of putting this on the, on the ground like this and just zesting like this, you actually hold this like you're, when you're slicing a fruit or something, you hold it like this with one hand and you just kind of drag and twist at the same time. And it leaves you with something like this, right? So let me see if I could get a close up. I'll just do it. So you kind of hold it like, when you're paring an apple, then you hold it like this and you hold it like this. And at first when I tried it, it was supremely awkward, right? I was like, what? But then it kind of makes sense. So you just kind of grab it like you're peeling the skin off an apple. And so this is it right here. And you just kind of, right here, you just twist. You just kind of use your thumb to guide and you twist like this. I know it's kind of awkward angle. And you just end up with these zests, these lemon zest. So that's all I'm pretty much gonna be doing today is, I don't know how long this is gonna take. I don't know, can you hear this? Let's see if this is the ASMR lemon zest ASMR segment. I think I could do that too if I just don't talk. Look at those nice long strands of lemon zest. It's amazing. It's so fragrant right now. And let's get on it. Let's get on it because there's too much. I think I'm yapping too much. I will do some ASMR segments, I guess. So it should kind of look something like this. Really nice long strands of the lemon zest. Really nice. So, okay. I guess everything's working as intended. And I wish you really could smell this, okay? So this is what the lemon will look like right here. Wow, that was an epic fail. It didn't really show. But I'll show you a little bit later. But it kind of looks like this, right? I guess this is why all the makeup YouTubers do something like this to focus. You can clearly see the difference between this bottom half that I did not do and the top that I did. So yeah, let's do this. And I guess we'll be doing something. And if you guys are listening, if you want just lemon zest ASMR, just let me know. I'm really new to the live streaming on like kind of doing the desktop type of live stream. Here, one lemon down. How long did that take? How long did that take? One lemon, it produced about this much lemon zest. And yeah. Clayton, hello Clayton. Dude, Clayton, today is just gonna be a really chill kind of, I need to get all these done. Okay, Clayton, I hope you've been good. I appreciate it, bro. Honestly, I appreciate you just kind of coming back and saying what's up. It really means a lot to me. My first real kind of viewer on YouTube. It kind of means a lot. It's like you always remember your first. So I'm making pretty much a lemon zest today. Like this is something I make. I zest lemons and I dry it out. And then this is something I like to gift people because this is really hard to make. Or it's not, I mean, it's not hard to make, but it's just, it takes time. And it is like a lot of labor actually, because I like to use homegrown lemons because it's something that, you know, it's just kind of grown just naturally, right? And it's just, I think the quality is there. So why not? Why not, right? Look at that, right here. Just golden brown. So Clayton, yeah, yesterday I did do my IRL, right, on Kick. It was actually really fun. To kind of give you a recap of what happened yesterday, I know you might not have seen it, or if you missed it, then let me kind of explain what I did yesterday. So if you guys don't know, I also live stream on kick.com, right? But that's where I do all my like IRL streams. Like this is what I would consider like desktop streams, which is like stuff you do at home, right? You do at home or on the computer. Like most streamers, they're on their computer and they're doing stuff there, you know? But for me, I have a lot of things like outside of the computer that I like to do. And I think cooking is kind of one of it. And this is part of the cooking, right? Like preparing ingredients, and just making like preparing just for cooking. But yesterday, actually, it was Saturday, and yeah, I went to this place called Prime Pizza. It's a pizza place. Yeah, exactly, Clayton. It's it's kind of new. It's a pizza place out here in Los Angeles. But it's actually one of my favorite pizza places. I think their pizza quality is superior to anything I've ever had. And so they're opening, I think, about like 10 locations out here in LA, Orange County, and Riverside County. So yesterday they did a grand opening out here in Orange County, and they had like this big event, right? And I think about like 200 to 300 people came. It was actually I was actually surprised just how many people came to show up for that grand opening. There was the first person in line, so I think they were giving away a lot of cool stuff, right? But the first 50 people in line, they got this really cool tote bag. I don't know if you guys know about those like Trader Joe's mini tote bags that were all the craze, but they had something similar, but instead of Trader Joe's, they had the Prime Pizza logo on it. I could have got one, but I didn't stand in line. I got there around 10 a.m. They opened at 11, but I was like pretty much like, you know, when I go to these places, I like to like talk to as many people as possible in those lines, just to kind of get to know just what people are thinking or feeling or whatever. So, you know, I could have got a bag, but I wasn't in line, right? I was just talking to people and doing like streamer stuff. So I asked the number one guy in line, right, what time he got there. Remember, this thing opened at 11 a.m., right? And he told me he got there at 2 a.m. He got there at 2 a.m., okay? And what was even more unbelievable was, like slightly unbelievable, was this guy, he lives in San Diego County. He lived in this city called Oceanside, okay? And he had to take the public transportation, but there really isn't like a bus or a train. You have to take this very special train from this from San Diego. It's called it's an Amtrak train. It's like a tour train that goes all the way up the coast of California. It goes from San Diego all the way to like Seattle. It's one of those trains. And he went from like San Diego to Orange County. And he said that he left at 9:30 the night before. Like, can you imagine that? 9:30 the night before by the train. And he had to take multiple bus stops to get to the pizza place. And here's a funny part, right? These days in California, this past few weeks, it's been extremely cold. Like, we've been having at night, it's just been like, I mean, I guess depending on where you're from, it depends, right? But in like California, Los Angeles, the nights have been dropping to like 45 degrees. I think I've seen it as low as that. And, you know, he was just out there and he was freezing by himself at 2 a.m. He brought a chair, and I asked the next guy what time he got there, and he said he got there at 4 a.m. You know, so I don't know, man. People are dedicated. You know, people are dedicated. And actually, though, when I used to live stream a lot more on Kick, I used to camp out in places. I'm way further. Yeah, I don't know where you're at, but Clayton, kind of from looking at your videos, it looks like you're also in like the wooded areas. I'm not sure exactly where, but it kind of feels like you're in a really cold place too. But a little bit about my background, okay? So when I first, you're Florida, okay, jeez, Florida, Florida. I don't know if it gets too cold out there, but yeah, Florida is nice and far. But what is it? From what I thought you were more. I honestly, if I had to guess, I thought you were in like the northwest type, because like I just saw you like to do a lot of like nature content, and then it looked like a lot of woods over there. I'm not really sure what part of Florida you're from, but I remember even Florida, dude. Clayton, okay, I have a request, okay? So I'm not really monitoring my stream, so in case it goes down, can you please like spam or something if something goes wrong, like if the stream, we call it like F, where it like disconnects. Can you tell me, please, if it disconnects, or if the sound is off, you know, if the mic is like not connected or something, you know? Just because I can't hear it myself. I'm not like on a computer monitor where I can monitor everything. So I would really, really appreciate it if you could help me with that. But kind of going back to it, I used to camp out for Pokemon cards back then, like for like maybe 2 months for content, right? Pokemon cards. So I know about camping out in these lines, like staying out all night. It gets freezing cold. Sometimes it's like miserable. It gets miserable out there. And so I think if you guys like Pokemon, I think the new set just released. And my streamer friend named Steven Streams, he actually camped out the line this past week. I think they were releasing like the Ascended Heroes ETB, right? I know Ascended Hero already released, but I think they had like printing issues on the first when they first released the set, and so they didn't release the ETB, which I thought was actually kind of interesting. They usually release it with the new set release, but this time they didn't do it, right? They just released a 3-pack blister, and so that's why he took time off work to go camp the lines. And dude, it was so cold when he did it. I felt so bad for him because I've been there. I've been there when it's just cold, and then it's just like I don't know. It's just not good. So yeah, that's why I did go viral a few times because of those like encounters that you have with certain people when you're camping in these lines. Some people are just mean. They're not good people. There's dangerous people waiting in these lines just because it's a lot of money that you can make from it, you know. And for me, I didn't do this for money. I actually did it to kind of like pass along to other people and see what the whole like scalper life was like. And then anyways, long story short, I'm kind of working on a video documenting my entire thing because it's like I lived and breathed that lifestyle for like literally 2 months. It was pretty cool, actually. A lot of fun, but highly stressful. You know, people think scalping and stuff is easy, but in actuality, it's a lot more harder than it seems, really, because there's a lot of stress involved and plenty of fights. Okay. I wonder if the ASMR is hitting. So I think I'm gonna have to check it a little bit after I do this one batch. Ideally, I would like to do this. Right now, the sun is setting. What is it? It's like 3:20 right now out here in Los Angeles, and the sun is setting right now. So I would like to have done this like faster so I could have started drying it out today, you know? Because it does take a while for it to dry out, but oh yeah, okay, let me continue on with what I did yesterday. Okay, so yeah, I did that prime pizza and it was actually really fun. At 3 hours, yeah, of course, dude. On the East Coast, it's out there. I don't know what's your favorite pizza, Clayton, right? But this place is my favorite. So the guy that was number one, I actually asked him like what he thought about the pizza, and he rated it a 7, right? Because they were giving away like free slices of cheese pizza, and he said that he rated it a 7 only because it was free. And I was like, what? Like what? Like what do you mean, dude? This is like one of the best pizzas out here. But he said that it was because it was cold. And then I was like, it was like a grand opening, so I think they just made a lot of pizza kind of beforehand because like when you have a bunch of people, you want to serve them as fast as possible and not cause like people to get like upset. So I asked him if he had to pay for it, then what would he rate the pizza? And he said that he would rate it like a 3. And that blew my mind even more, honestly, that blew my mind even more. And I was like about to get a little bit upset. So, but I thought like, okay, it's either this guy is like a pizza master and he's like a pizza wizard and he knows what he's talking about, or he doesn't, or he just doesn't know what he's talking about. And so I asked him like, oh, what's your stuffed crust cheese pizza from where though? Like Pizza Hut? And I asked him like, what's your favorite pizza place? What's your favorite pizza place? Right? Like if you had to choose one of your favorite, just your favorite, and he chose Pizza Hut and Round Table Pizza. Domino's. Dude, Domino's is so good. Dude, Clay, what do you like to do out there in Florida, actually? I don't know exactly where where from Florida, but I've been to Florida, right? I've driven all the way from, I drove all the way from Orlando, all the way down to Miami, and all the way to Key West. I don't know if you've ever been down there. Dude, Domino's is surprisingly good, right? And I think they took over the pizza game. And from what I've heard, Pizza Hut is actually like not doing so well right now. That was in the news. Ride my dirt bike and I'm on the west side. Oh, the west side, okay. I don't think I went to the west side. Dude, riding a dirt bike sounds so fun. But I feel like that's something that you have to start like learning when you're kind of a lot younger, right? Yeah, I bet there's a lot of cool ass trails out there. You know, there's a lot of cool trails out there in Florida. I don't know really if you have like Everglades, if that's your thing. Look at all this zest. Look at the zest, it's just pouring out. I don't know if like Everglades are your thing. But from what I've seen, like Florida has some really cool natural spots, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, your place, okay, not your place, okay. Like I thought honestly Miami was kind of interesting, but I don't know, I wouldn't really go there again. It wasn't like anything, because a little bit about me, I don't really like to go do the whole like nightlife, like Miami clubbing type thing. I feel like in Miami, that's just kind of like what it's known for, right? I guess the nightlife with the neon lights. What's that? Brickell. People like to go party in Brickell and stuff. But yeah, I kind of like the natural stuff, like the trails. Like that's what when you said you like to like ride your dirt bike and stuff and just kind of explore and, you know, discover like the nature stuff. That sounds a lot more fun, honestly. And I wish I could stream that kind of stuff, but out here in California, we just have a lot of mountains, right? We have a lot of mountains near LA. And unfortunately, the internet doesn't really work out there unless you have a Starlink. I tried. I think like maybe like last year, there was all these, I don't know if you heard, but there was these big fires all over Southern California. And that happened in all the mountains, like, you know, the Malibu Mountains, the Santa Monica Mountains. And, you know, a little bit later, I wanted to go hiking in there, right? But I went. But first of all, they close off all the hike. They close off all the trails. They just close it off. There was all these rangers stationed at every entryway, and they just wouldn't let me go in there because I think they were worried that it was somebody like starting the fire. Like it was like arson, just going around, starting fires, and they wanted to prevent that and prevent people from like going in there and stuff, you know. But like I wanted to stream it just to show like kind of the aftermath, but it's just no reception. So I think like eventually, like if I do more like mountain camping streams, which I really want to, you know, I think I need to get like a Starlink, right? There's a lot of kick streamers right now traveling, I think South America, right? They're traveling like all these like remote places, and they all have like Starlink on their backpack, and they're using it on their travels and stuff. Like in the middle of nowhere, dude, like the deserts, I think like Antarctica, yo, okay. Tune? What's tune? Tune. I'm gonna go live. All right. Dude, did you sign up on Kick, by the way? I'm not really sure if you did, but I'm just kind of wondering because somebody signed up from it's, I think the name was like, oh, tomorrow. Okay. I'll probably see you there. I think it was like like from YouTube or something, right? That was your name? I was like, oh, I think this might be Clayton. So if you want to see just how much how much I have right now. So yeah, I think I did what, like a guy from YouTube. Nice. What a nice name. Guy from YouTube. I love it. What do you watch other streamers, or how does it work for you? I don't, I'm like really new to the YouTube community, I think, of like streaming, live streaming, and like, you know, it's just new for me here. But Kick, I kind of understand what their strong point is and what they're lacking. But I'm kind of curious. That's why I started streaming here on YouTube, just because I feel like it's just kind of a better place for these kind of things, you know? Not the IRL kind of segments, which I did specifically all the time. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I keep going off topic, but okay. So yesterday, yeah, Prime Pizza grand opening, very fun, right? I won a $30 gift card from this little Plinko thing, right? You just drop a Plinko ball and it lands in a slot, and I got a gift card worth about $30, I think. And what is it? Afterwards, okay, so. I don't know if you know, but in the Asian culture, right? They have celebrate New Year's a little bit different than the Americans, and so the actual New Year's that the Asian people celebrate was actually last Tuesday, right? I know here in America, it's like it's taught as Chinese New Year's, right? But it's actually not Chinese New Year's. It's actually a Lunar New Year. It's celebrated by like pretty much all the Asian countries, right? But it's just, I think the Chinese population is the biggest here in America and I guess the world, which is why it just got that kind of title out here. But we call it Lunar New Year's, and so we went to Chinatown where they threw this big celebration out there, and we got to go see like the dragons and stuff. We got to go like celebrate firecrackers and all that cool stuff. And then we were just kind of out there. I was just streaming all that out there. And afterwards, I went to this like anime car show. I think it was like a night market, but it was an anime themed night market, okay? Yesterday night. And so I met my friend out there. His name is Rob. And so he likes to cosplay. I don't know if you play games, Clayton, but there's a game called like Five Nights at Freddy's, right? And he dressed up as that little bear, right? And he was in the competition. Unfortunately, he didn't win, but the winners, there was these three girls, right? I think they were dressed as little maids, and I think they're from like a maid cafe or something, but they had really good energy, and they won, I think, 2 trophies. What is it? They ended up taking home the win. And another interesting thing happened was Freddy. He dressed up as Freddy, and I thought he was gonna win the performer prize. So I like to go to a lot of anime conventions too, like anime meets, anime conventions, just because like I like to do photography. And last year I used to photograph a lot of these cosplayers, right? I used to go out there with my camera, and you could actually see it if you go on my Instagram, right? Check out my Instagram. I think it should be like the little bot should be like sending links and stuff. But you can see a lot of the pictures that I've took in the past, right? Cosplayers, models, like these are LA supermodels, you know, just everything about like the LA style of, you know, whatever is I pretty much done. But apparently there was like a, oh, you love Five Nights at Freddy? Yeah, dude. He cosplayed as the thing. I remember I met this one girl. She was cosplaying as the Golden Freddy. She was so nice. I really liked her. She was so nice. And if you look through my pictures, you'll see a picture of her in the cosplay. And I remember when I saw her at the doing the cosplay thing, like her group and her friends, like they had these spray on deodorant, like a can of spray deodorant, and she sprayed it on my armpits. And then she gave me a gift too. She was incredibly sweet. And so I took a picture of her, and I learned that she was the Golden Freddy, which I didn't realize that was a thing, right? Because I never played the game, but I do know a little bit about the characters. I think, and I met another cosplayer, and he loves to cosplay as Marionette, right? He's actually a really good Marionette cosplayer. He makes a lot of Marionette cosplays, and what is it? He's just out there. So I can't wait to see them again this year. We're gonna be going out again. We're gonna be meeting all these people again, you know. And so yeah, man, I think I can't wait. If definitely check out the Instagram. You could see like all the past pictures, like really cool cosplayers, and you could see like what people are doing out here with like anime stuff too, anime and games. But another interesting thing that happened last night was apparently there was like a Twinkie eating champion, the state champion in California and Arizona, in like a couple of states. He's an actual champion where there's like Twinkie eating competitions, and he was there last night as he was part of the people that set up the event, right? And so he held like a little competition where he hosted like a Twinkie eating competition, and he was in it. But I decided like, why not? Like, I want to try it. Why not? And so I entered the competition, and I was like doing my best, and then the rules was there was 5 Twinkies in front of you, and you have to finish all of them, right? One by one. My first time like eating Twinkies in probably like 20 years or something. I don't even remember the last time I ever had Twinkies, but now I had to eat 5 of it right in front of me. And oh my goodness, man, I remember like the first one I got down. Here's the interesting thing, like it's like a competitive eating. I never done it before, right? These little eating competitions, but I remember like I was chewing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in a competition. Like I'm not supposed to chew this much. I need to just swallow it, right? You just need to chew it and swallow, chew and swallow. And so then I remember like I was like, okay, and then so I just started gulping it down, like gulping, you know. And I remember the first one was actually kind of tasty. Not gonna lie, the Twinkie was pretty tasty. And I remember like, I was like, okay, I think how you normally eat is when I normally eat, you normally eat at a slow pace, and you'll swallow everything and then go for another bite. But the first thing I realized was I'm chewing way too much. So I was like, okay, just as soon as it's kind of mushy, just swallow it, right? Just swallow it, forget it, and get it down. But then I realized while I was doing this, like, I need to be shoving more food while I'm swallowing. Right? Yeah, I have to pretty much be shoving more food while you're swallowing it, and that kind of helps it get shoved down. And so that's what I did, right? Like during the thing, like between 2 and 3, like I was just gulping it down. I was just like gulping, like there was no water or anything. I was just gulping it, and then like I was just shoving the next one into my mouth and just chewing. I had a mouth full of Twinkies, and I got to my 4th one, and I'm like, I'm pretty much dying at this point. Like, if you know your anatomy, right? You got your mouth right here, and you kind of you chew your food and you swallow it, right? And it goes down your esophagus and into your stomach. But the thing is, when you're eating, here's the interesting thing that I didn't realize is when you're eating like that fast and you're just swallowing like partially chewed food, like that, and especially if it's like a heavy cream and bread, it doesn't want to go down, right? It doesn't want to go down, and it gets kind of stuck. You could feel it slowing down like right here in your chest. And so I remember I'm like, I have one more left. I have one more Twinkie left. And I cracked that open, right? And I'm about like, everything's just, there's a line of Twinkies and my mouth is already full of Twinkies. And I'm just like chewing, but it's like coming out of my mouth, right? It's like it's slowly creeping out of my mouth. And I just remember, okay, I have one more left. And I just like, and then I hear like a bunch of excitement coming from the other side of the table. So I'm wondering oh, like, am I like losing? And then I just shoved the Twinkie in my mouth, the last one. I just shoved it in, and I hear like, oh my God, like we have a winner. I'm like, and then they look at me. They're looking at me, but I'm like, nah, because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm thinking you have to like clear it. You have to swallow everything, right? So I was like, no, not yet, right? And I think like while I was doing it, I think the world, or not, the state champion, he actually swallowed everything while I was gulping mine down, like little gulps at a time. And he won. So there was all this applause, and I was like, well, I tried. I felt disgusting. But at least I ate 5. I tried my best. I ate 5 Twinkies, right? And you know, I was like, I thought I lost. You know, I was like, oh, I lost. I was like, oh, I lost. And so I'm like, okay. And I'm like trying to like, you know, I'm trying to clean up. And wait, hold on. Let me make sure this thing is still on. Hang on. If this is still going, okay. So I thought, I was like, okay, all right, I lost. But then like they came up, they're like, oh, congratulations, you won. And I finally like I'm still like chewing it at this point, because it's just so much. And then I was like, oh, the competition's over. Like there's no point in like rushing to like finish this. So I was like, let's just keep chewing, right? And then the host, I think her name is Callista Cosplay, right? On Instagram, she comes up to me and she's like, oh, you won, right? Congratulations. And I was like, no, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I didn't finish. I clearly lost. And then I think it was like, they just, what is it? The state Twinkie champ was like, you know, it's like no competition, right? It's pretty much no competition. So it was all fun and games for him. It wasn't that serious. And so he's like, he was being real cool about it. I was like, what? And then she just handed me $100, like cash, $100 bill, straight up. And I couldn't believe it, you know? And then so I guess like I won my first unofficial eating competition, but it was actually really cool, right? So the interesting thing, I didn't realize this, but like I told you, my esophagus, it was just that little tube that goes down from your mouth, the back of your throat to your stomach. It was just full. It was full. My mouth was full. Everything was full. And like, she's like, oh, what's your name? You know? And I'm just like, don't even talk to me right now. And I'm just like, I'm about to barf. I'm keeping it in. I'm really about to throw up. And I couldn't even say anything, right? I couldn't even say anything. And so I was just there, like chewing. And like the state champ, he comes up to me, like I'm just sitting there like this. And he comes up to me and he's like, good job. And he pats me in the back. And when he did that and everything was full, I almost threw up right there. Like for a split second, I was considering throwing up right there because it just almost came up. And I think you could see it. I didn't really see it yet, but I almost threw up. Like I literally legit almost threw up at that point. And then like my friend Rob, he's the Freddy cosplayer. He was right next to me, and he he patted me once too, and then he tried to do it again. I was like, wait, don't touch me, because I was like, one more pat, and I'm gonna blow, and it's gonna be bad, right? And you know, for a split second, like I was like, should I throw up? Like I was thinking that while I was eating or trying to take it down, because you know those kind of clips go viral, right? Like when you just throw up, and those kind of clips go super viral. But I was like, nah, you know, I don't want to go viral for like those kind of reasons, right? So I just like held it down, and I just made sure I finished it. And so after I swallowed everything, I had this tea, this jasmine tea, this 2-liter bottle that I bought from Little Tokyo. And I was just gulping that down. 5 Twix, it's not Twix, it's Twinkies. You know those little Hostess Twinkies, those little packs? So so yeah, that was pretty much my little experience with the eating I guess the speed eating. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I would do it again, just because I was dying that night. So let's talk about the aftermath, right? So like I was already full. Okay, that day I had a pizza. I had a really delicious hamburger. I drank pretty much 1 liter of green tea, or not green tea, jasmine tea, pretty much right before I did the whole eating competition, the Twinkie eating competition. And so I was actually really full. But you know what? I just said I haven't really been doing IRL streams on Kick for a while. So, you know, I wanted to kind of do something exciting, right, for my viewers, just as a kind of a treat to say like, you know, my bad for not really streaming as much, but I'm trying to focus more on like other social media. Oh, there's a hummingbird outside. I'm trying to focus more on other social media, especially like YouTube right now, right? Making shorts, doing these live streams on here. And so that's why, as kind of like you know, like, here you go, guys, you know, don't forget about me. That's why I decided to enter that competition. I had no idea I would do so well. I think everybody afterwards, even the host, she was like, nobody thought I would do so well, because everybody else there, they looked like they were like serious eaters, you know. And it was actually a really fun competition. Shout out Callista Kosk. I think her Instagram is Callista, CALLISTA underscore, or not underscore, CALLISTA.COS. She's really cool. You know, she's actually a really sweet girl. She's very passionate about cosplay, and she's actually really good. So surprisingly came home with the W. And so here's like kind of the aftermath, right? So 5 Twinkies, it's a lot of bread. It's a lot of like whatever that cream filling is. Honestly, I thought Twinkies went out of business for a while. I thought Twinkies was actually something that went out of business, but apparently it's still in vogue. Is it? I remember before I started the competition, I specifically checked the expiration date, because like the movie Zombieland I kept thinking about the movie Zombieland. If you haven't seen it, the plot is like the main Woody Harrelson, he was like looking for Twinkies, right? And so I was like, wait, are these still good? I don't know. But it was cool, like competing against the state champion for the fastest Twinkies. And it's just kind of reviewing the clip. It's kind of amazing how much of a difference there is in speed. In terms of speed, these guys are beasts. Like, seriously, no joke. ASMR. Zest. Yeah, but surprisingly, I'm having a lot of fun kind of doing this. Just chit-chatting a little bit about what I did the night before, while kind of doing some stuff that I need to take care of for just my other things that I need to do. So yeah, yesterday, I just felt so greasy afterwards, right? Greasy and heavy, surprisingly. So when I got home, pretty much I had 3 tangerines, like at 2 in the morning. And, you know, I think it was because of all the oiliness of the cream and the bread. I just needed some, like, something refreshing, like some citrus or something to kind of help, like, ease all that, ease all that, like, greasiness away. So yeah, that was it. And then I just kind of went to sleep with a tummy ache, but now I'm okay. You know, originally I was gonna go back to LA today. I was supposed to stream more today. LA, there's a really cool competition that's happening right now. It's a Mario Kart competition, right? At this clothing store called Brain Dead, right? And the winner is gonna get tickets to this music festival that's in, I think, August, right? It's this punk rock concert. If you look at the shirt that I'm wearing, this is from a Orange County punk rock band. It's I think it's called Crust Punk. Their name is Ritter, right? I saw them perform. They're actually really freaking good, right? If you look at my Instagram, I took pictures of them while they were performing, and it's the one where you see the person with the red stripe across their face. And so this is their band, and yeah, dude, punk music is actually pretty sick. Surprisingly, like, it's really good energy. And there's gonna be a really big festival in, I think, August. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Like, hopefully, yeah, I think last year was the first time that they did it in, like this, in, I think, Echo Park in Los Angeles. So they're coming back this year. I think it was a success last year, and they're going to be doing that again this year. And that's why the Mario Kart competition, it was the tickets to that festival. But I kind of woke up a little bit late because I was, you know, I was a little bit tired from yesterday, all that eating random stuff, walking a lot, and all that good stuff. And so I just decided, yeah, why not just let's go live from home, right? I need to get these lemons processed. And there's stuff to do. So yeah, I'm glad we're doing this right now. That was really fun. Still can't believe I took part in. I still can't believe I took part in a Twinkie eating competition of all things, right? At an anime night market. But I guess that's LA for you, right? I guess that's what makes this place kind of cool. It's just there's so many just random stuff. Oh, hang on, let me just make sure my stream is still working. Just so that I'm not yapping into the abyss. Is this still working? Oh, hang on, let me just make sure my stream is still working. Oh yeah. Is the lighting flaring a little bit? Yeah, it's kind of flaring, huh? Maybe like this. Hang on, okay. Clayton, I'm gonna say these, like, when people do these eating competitions, They make it look easy, honestly, but they're professionals, man. Honestly, they've been doing this for a while and they're just really good at it. And they just make it look easy, bro. It's actually difficult. Huge shout out to these guys though. All right, hold on. Let me make some light come through like that. Like when people do these eating competitions, they make it look easy, honestly. But they're professionals, man. Honestly, they've been doing this for a while and they're just really good at it. And they just make it look easy, bro. It's actually difficult. Huge shout out to these guys though. Alright, hold on. Let me oh, it's flaring a little bit. The lens flare. Maybe something like this. Sorry, guys. They stretch their stomachs and throats. Yeah, dude, Clayton. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it'll be kind of interesting if you, you know, if for your stream, if you want to stream something interesting, if you do a 5 Twinkie eating challenge. Oh, I'm curious, man. Okay, is that fine? Hold on, I stream a hike on a, okay. So you don't like to do, you just like to do like nature stuff, right? That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it'll be kind of interesting if you, you know, if for your stream, if you want to stream something interesting, if you, hold on, okay, I think I'm gonna go back and do this right now. All right, let me see how this looks. I should have a nice glow, soft glow on my face. And hold on, let me switch the mics real quick. Okay, is that fine? Hold on, the sun's setting right now, so I don't know. It's about to get a little bit dark. Okay. So you don't like to do, you just like to do like nature stuff, right? That's actually kind of cool. Okay. I hope the mic check is going okay right now. But like I said, Clayton, bro, thank you kind of just for keeping me company, man, here on YouTube. That's actually really cool. All right, let me see how this looks. Yeah, that looks fine, I guess. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's, you know, it's interesting because all these people, when they do these kind of challenges, thank you, like it looks easy on camera, right? But it's because of the fact that they've been doing it for a very long time, right? Especially these competitions, like sports, athletes, whatever, they've been doing it for a very long time. So I think I'm gonna be working on a video just to kind of, like, so you could see, I guess, about, you know, my, you know, that time that I went on, the time that I did Twinkie eating competition at an anime night market. And of course, I had to go against the state champion. I think he was a state champion in like 3 states. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to start working on it. But I would say, man, if you're doing it by yourself, be careful, dude. Because if you're kind of rushing and you're by yourself, there is a good chance you could choke on that stuff. The guy next to me, his name is Rob, and he was cosplaying the Freddy. But when I kind of look back on the footage, he took like an interesting approach to the competition, right? He first peeled all the wrappers. Oh, so here's the rules, right? So you have 5 Twinkies in front of you, right? 5 Twinkies in front of you. And like when they say go, then that's when you could start opening it and eating it, right? You can't open them like beforehand. You just have to open them up like after they say go. So his approach was, oh, ASMR. Ooh, let me show you guys the perfection. The golden. The zest. The golden zest. All right, my bad. So his approach was, when the competition started, he started opening up all the he started opening up all the Twinkies like all at once. But I think I told him like after, I was like, dude, that's kind of a mistake because you need to be chewing it, right? You need to be chewing it as you open, because the chewing is the part that kind of takes the long time. It's not the opening of it. And here's another thing about me. In case you didn't notice, like I'm a little bit OCD, especially about greasy things, right? And so that's why a lot of times, even when I'm out IRLing, doing IRL streams, I don't like to eat like greasy foods, because once you get your hands coated, then you need to go to the bathroom and wash it off, or else it just gets all over your phone, it gets all over yourself, it just gets over everywhere, right? And so if you look at, I noticed, so if you kind of look at the footage, when I opened the wrapper, you could tell like I never touched the Twinkie, right? Because it's sticky, it's greasy, and I just don't want that all over my hands. And there's really no bathrooms at these places, right? So you're just kind of stuck with sticky fingers. And so if you notice, I pretty much opened the wrapper and I pretty much shoved the Twinkie into my mouth just by using the wrapper. So that I just avoid kind of touching the greasy, sticky Twinkie. Is anybody else like this, or is it just me? But if you look at the other people competing, pretty much they take out the Twinkie and they just shove it with their fingers. But for me, I kind of use a wrapper. I like split it open, rip it, and I bite half of it, and then pull the rest of it out with my mouth, and then hold it while I'm chewing. And then the rest I'm holding on with the wrapper, I'll just shove it in my mouth, and I kind of use this like palm shoving technique where I put it in my mouth and I just shove the wrapper into, and then I just throw it right. I don't know. I'm a bit OCD about stuff like this, so yeah, maybe something. I feel like I can't wait to do a little replay. Just look at the video and do a little play by play. I think it'll be kind of interesting. I still can't believe I did a Twinkie eating competition at an anime themed night market. So random. But it was incredibly fun. And I don't know what I learned, but I'm pretty sure I learned something about myself that day. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, all these zest is these lemon juice is the oils just splattering everywhere. The size of the lemon, come on, that's beautiful. Homegrown. If you guys have lemon trees, consider yourself blessed. I think right now in California, I think in a lot of America actually, there's a virus going around for citrus plants. And so I think what happens is this virus, once the tree gets infected by this virus, it doesn't allow the fruit to get ripe. Right? Can you imagine that? And so because California and certain states like Florida produce a lot of citrus, and they actually depend on the citrus. They actually, here, you can't buy lemon trees or citrus trees anymore, right? Before, you could go to like your local hardware stores like Home Depot or like your local nurseries, and they would sell citrus plants. But certain places, you can't get them anymore just because of they're trying to stop that virus from spreading, right? And it's potentially a devastating thing because imagine all the fruits like not being able to get ripe anymore. That's kind of incredible to think about. I think we finished about half of it, and we're working on our second batch of lemon zests. And thank goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness that the weather is kind of clearing up, because I was getting kind of sick of this cold. You know, Clayton, I don't know how cold it gets where you are at night, but over here it's been dropping to like 45 degrees, which I know it's not really that bad for, I don't know, it depends on where you are from, right? Because I'm pretty sure like places get even worse, down to like the 20s probably. But for Southern California, man, 45 is kind of, it's kind of atrocious. But yeah, I'm actually really excited about this year. I think, like I said, before I thought I wanted to stream a lot more, just I thought on Kick, I thought just streaming more would be better, right? Just kind of brute force it. But then I kind of realized earlier this year, like it's just streaming a lot, it doesn't really mean much, right? I think you need to kind of focus on making like quote unquote content on other platforms too. That's actually really important. And that's kind of why I decided, yeah, let's start this. Let's start this YouTube where I could just do everything else and just kind of get like a day-to-day life, kind of, right? of what I do, and just leave the IRL streaming just on Kick. But honestly, I want a multi-stream, right? I want a multi-stream. I think that's the answer, or not the answer, but I think that's a method, right? But the only issue is when you're multi-streaming, you need really good internet speeds, like the upload speeds. The download speeds, it doesn't really matter too much. But when you multi-stream, depending on the software you use, the software that I want to use is called Atom, but it uploads separately. It uploads your media files separately, like to every destination. But there are some things, like I think Stream Elements has multi-streaming, but that you only upload one, and then it takes it from their server and then distributes it properly or accordingly, right? But I don't use Stream Elements. And so, yeah, I mean, I just kind of have to, I guess, if streaming kind of takes off, then I will start multi-streaming. I think that's really like the best way, I think. Yeah. I was hoping I could go out, I could finish this before the sunlight was still here, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. So I think it's just gonna be kind of wind drying. And then the plan is I'm gonna leave this outside and let it just wind dry, or not wind dry, but air dry, right? And bring in at night, because I think at night it gets a little bit cloudy and humid, and you don't want this to get like re-moisturized. And tomorrow when it's sunny, you just kind of leave it out all day and then let it just toast up a little bit and dry out completely in the sun, you know. In case you guys don't know, I totally forgot to say this, but today, or I guess every Sunday in February, okay, there's a restaurant called Wiener Schnitzels. Okay, I don't know if you have tried it or not, Wiener Schnitzels, but it's like they're known for their hot dogs. I haven't tried Wiener Schnitzels in so long, and originally I was going to go to Wiener Schnitzels today, right? I wanted to try it because every Sunday this month they're having a deal, or they have these set menu. They have these set items where it's $2.50 each, and they're doing that because it's America's 250th birthday, and they just want to have a little promotion for that. So I thought it would be fun to you know, try Wiener Schnitzel, do food reviews and stuff. Cause man, it's been so long since I've had it that who knows, right? But man, yesterday it was pizza for breakfast, hamburgers and fries for lunch, and 5 Twinkies for dinner. Streamer life, I guess. My God. Like normally I would really like try to eat like clean. Don't really eat too much fast food, processed food like Twinkies. But you know, I just kind of, for the stream, that's what I wanted to kind of do, taste test. The hamburger actually was something that I wanted to try out for a very long time. It was called Amboy's, right? If you guys don't know, like there's a hamburger spot in Chinatown. It's called Amboy's, and it was actually started by Calvin. I forgot his last name, Calvin Aylot or something. Calvin, but he has his name rings out because he started this thing called Egg Slut. He started a restaurant called Egg Slut, and that was a massive hit out here. And after Egg Slut, he kind of did a few other things, I think. And right now, he's just kind of doing his burgers. I think the burger spot used to be at the location that it's at right now. It's like in a plaza in Chinatown. But there's a lot of famous restaurants, like really, really famous, like kind of hip, famous restaurants. I think the most famous one is Helen Ray's, right? If you don't know, Helen Ray's is kind of like what started the whole Nashville hot chicken like frenzy out here in Los Angeles, right? Very good. But there was also, if you know, there's this guy named Roy Choi, right? That guy started the whole like food truck craze that, you know, with his Korean street tacos. And Roy Choi actually had this restaurant named Chaego, which is like Korean, it's like Korean rice. It's a Korean restaurant, but it's like a rice bowl, and it has a bunch of toppings, and you know, you just put it in a bowl and you just take it to go, right? Chaego. And so his restaurant was also there, but I think it closed down, unfortunately. And in that same location came Amboy. Opened up Amboy, and it's a hamburger spot that I think they do a really good job. I was actually really surprised, so I can't wait to post up my review on that as well. There's a lot to do, man. This is why I feel like I stream less. I want to stream less because there's just a lot of kind of videos to edit. There's just so many things that I experience, And like editing video, I'm still incredibly new to it, but I have like a year and a half worth of footage from streaming the past, on Kick, and just all the stuff that I'm streaming now. And that's why I want to kind of focus on clearing that backlog first and building up like a steady kind of social media presence. I'm so new to social media. I wasn't active on it at all until like last year, until I started live streaming. And thank God, I think the smartest thing I did was save all my footage, save all that footage that I had, and diligently saved it. Because if you didn't know, on Kick, the video files actually delete after like 30 days after you stream. It just, so you have to make sure you save it. Thank God I did, right? I never knew I would be doing this. I never knew I'd be using it for like YouTube, social media stuff. Not really sure. It's kind of unfortunate right now though, because my computer is a little bit old, right? I don't even remember when I got it, but I just bought it, didn't really use it, and put it in my closet. And I kind of took it out when I decided I wanted to stream, right? So I've been using my computer, but right now, like the cost of everything is going up. Like the hard drives, RAM. I can't believe RAM is so expensive, right? Something that we all took for granted, but right now it's just this like AI bonanza. And so everything computer related is just going up. Remember, like graphics cards was going up like because of the Bitcoin craze. And I thought it settled down, but I guess not. And so the SSD hard drives, which has like, it's very fast and I guess critical for like AI stuff, it's just getting so expensive and it's not really available anymore. So I don't know, this is getting kind of interesting. Right now, like today morning, I woke up to the news. Wow, do you see this? Let me see. See if I can do this like this. This is my little zesting technique. I hope that came out on camera. I'm not really sure. Let me see. Okay, that was a bad angle. Let me try it again. That's what I'm doing right now. It's just kind of, it looks like I'm coring an apple or peeling an apple or fruit, or peeling the skin, but just using this zester right here. But yeah, today I kind of woke up to the news about what's going on in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. It's kind of disturbing, like seeing the footage coming out. It's incredible, just how much destruction that group is capable of causing. Scary, actually. Okay. Let me see. And all this will dry out into some fine dust. Delicious. Flavor dust. Hang on, let me make sure that it's still going. Nice. Okay, I think we're still good. Hold on. Sorry, it's really hard to tell sometimes just because, you know, I'm not really using a monitor to do this. Okay, let me shift this a little bit. Yeah, oh, it's still good. Okay. I think I have about like 10 lemons left, man. I can't wait to finish this, to be honest. I feel like I'm just breathing in a lot of lemon oil. It's just like every time you scrape with the zester. There's like a spritz of oil just coming straight into my face. But I wish you could smell how amazing this actually is. It smells amazing, right? The aroma, but it's just like too much. After zesting this many lemons and all this old lemon zest, can you see all this, the juice just spritzing into the air? I'm not sure if you can. But man, this stuff goes so good in pasta. If you just sprinkle it in your pasta sauce. If you like fish, right? Just, it's like a little garnish at the end. Amazing. On Kick, there's this guy named VVS, right? I think he likes to cameraman for Marky Next Door and Chenzo, right? These are streamers, and he loves organic lemons. And so it's just, he has a thing for organic lemons, and we kind of always say that whenever we say like, oh, VVS and his organic lemons, or VVS needs his organic lemons. That's a juicy one. Okay. Yeah, I like the big lemons too, because it's just kind of easier to zest, and a lot of it comes out all at once. Versus these teeny tiny ones, it's like the same amount of work for less product at the end. Dude, that was a nice little squirt. ASMR time. I hope the mic is picking up the zesting action. Shh. Only ASMR now. Shh. Only ASMR. Only ASMR lemon zesting. My back's hurting. Eight more lemons. Oh my God, my back is killing me. Oh. Oh, come on. All right, 8 more lemons. Let's do this. And these are tiny lemons too. We're gonna finish out the ASMR. We're gonna finish out the ASMR. We're gonna finish out the ASMR. Last one. Finally. My God, we finished. Thank God. Okay. Kind of show you. This is pretty much what the fruits of our labor, I guess you could call it. There's too much moisture right now, right? It's way too moist, but it's oily. There's a lot of natural lemon oils here. And this needs to dry now. And we're gonna dry this outside. Unfortunately, there's no sun right now. Like it's like the setting sun. So hang on, let me get everything ready, and we'll finally kind of finish this up, and I'll put it outside. I'll put it in stealth mode real quick. I'm gonna pixelate real quick while I get things ready. But thank you for kind of, if you're still here, just kind of watching, like how this is actually done, because it's kind of interesting, and this makes food taste much better, especially like fishy food or certain foods, and it's absolutely delicious. Can't wait to try this out. Okay. So let's unpixelate right now. We're gonna use these little strainers. I think these are little strainers, right? That you use to, you just use in basic cooking right here. And so we're gonna kind of separate this out, just so that it has room. You don't want this too clumped up, or else it's not gonna dry properly, right? It's so oily, it's amazing. Get everything. I think we're gonna need to use this. Hang on. Oops. We're gonna need this right here too. So let me clear this out. As you can see, this has like perforation, so it allows like the air to flow, versus something like this, it's just solid, right? Because this is the larger one, I think we should probably take more from here. Like spread it out even more. Take some from here. Right? Like this. Definitely take some more from here. There's too much in there in that one. I think it's pretty much done. It's done. It's done. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me set it up outside. I really wish I got this done sooner. It would have been nice to have this like start drying with the sun out, but I guess we can't really do that today. All right, hold on. I'm so excited for this though. Oh, the oils. Crazy. Okay, got a little table. I'm just transferring these to a table outside, and hang on. Let me show you. Here it is. Here's the final product right here. You know, my aloes are in bloom right now. Look at this. Apparently this is kind of a rare sight to see. These aloe flowers right here in bloom. Really, really pretty, but and right now it's still kind of windy. Wait, hold on. Let me get some more lighting. Get the cinematics. As you can see, it just needs to dry out right now. It could actually dry out if it was windy enough. And let's see what this becomes in like a few days. And here's pretty much everything. Here's all the lemons. What it looks like afterwards, we just use a microplane right here. So honestly, that was kind of fun. Here's all my lemons right here. And so, yeah, today it was honestly kind of fun. We got to kind of discuss, talk about stuff I did this past weekend. And yeah, just that's a lot of lemons. And let's kind of check back in like a few days. I think it's going to take 1 or 2 days for all this to kind of dry out. And you get to see kind of how the final product. I'm excited to show you. So we'll see you then, okay? How do you do it? Like, okay, but yeah, we'll see you then. That doesn't work. It's supposed to go dark, right? Okay, but in all seriousness, yeah, I just wanted to kind of just do this, right? Start getting more comfortable streaming more and more, I guess, from the quote unquote desktop, right? And let's see. Yeah, today it was just kind of a chill stream, just doing some lemon zesting. And like I said, in my video, I think I'll post something, and I'll see you in a few days, right? I think today it was very fun, just kind of talking about what I did on the weekend. Does lemons have been zested? I don't know how many I did, but I have lemon, I think, all over my face and my hands. And so I'll see you guys in a few days, right, with an update. All right, man. I'm gonna end live. Thank you, Clayton. I really appreciate it. If you're still listening, I can't wait to kind of check on your streaming hikes too. Using your dirt bikes is actually pretty cool. So I hope you stay safe. And yeah, I'm gonna end right here. Appreciate it. I just smell like lemons. Peace out. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you again soon.